Atheist billboards now up in several cities, sparking controversy at Christmas time, telling people to skip church because Christmas is just fake news. Hello and welcome to A Spirited Debate. I'm Lauren Green. Well, the billboards feature the image of the nativity scene and are focused in areas where there are large Christian populations. Are the atheists evangelizing? Here to debate are Nick Fish, National Program Director for the American Atheists, and Dr. Frank Turek, author of I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. Welcome to you both.
Good to be with you.
Hey, Lauren.
Okay, Nick, I want to start with you first because it seems that you are essentially evangelizing. You're trying to convert people to what you believe. I mean, like, why else would you put up those billboards?
Well, so the main reason to put up the billboard is to spark a conversation. And if you want to call that evangelizing, sure. But we want to get our foot in the door. We want to spark a debate. We want to have a spirited debate like we are right now. And we want to have that in communities where people just aren't thinking about that enough, where they're not talking about it, where atheist voices aren't being heard, where the assumption is that everybody is the same.
But why take the image of the nativity? You don't think that would offend people?
Well, so the issue isn't being offended. The issue is, again, getting our foot in the door and getting people talking about it. And so the only way to do that sometimes is to be provocative, to raise an eyebrow. And, you know, there's a difference between saying, we want you to think critically about your religion and we want you to think critically about what's going on and what your preacher is telling you, and threatening me with eternal damnation. You know, there's a little bit of an imbalance there in what people see as offensive, which I think is really an interesting thing to discuss.
Frank, Dr. Frank, what do you think?
Well, the question is, what is true? Is it really true that there's a God or not? And I think there's great evidence there is. In fact, let me just make two quick points, Lauren. One is, even atheists are admitting that space, time, and matter exploded into being out of nothing. Now, if that's the case, whatever created space-time and matter can't be made of space-time and matter. In other words, the cause must be spaceless, timeless, immaterial, powerful, personal in order to choose to create, and also intelligent because the universe is fine-tuned. Now, when you think about a spaceless, timeless, immaterial, powerful, personal, intelligent cause, right from the creation of the universe, you have a being called God. So if this God exists, miracles like the virgin conception are possible because the greatest miracle, the creation of the universe out of nothing, is possible, or it actually did occur, which means lesser miracles like a virgin conception and even a resurrection from the dead is possible. And the second point is resurrection really occurred. Otherwise, there would be no such thing as Christianity. There would be no such thing as a New Testament. Remember, the writers of the New Testament, the exception were Jews. They already thought they were God's chosen people.
They had no motive to invent a resurrected Jesus, so there would be no Christianity. There would be no Jesus, Jesus' celebration of his birthday, unless he actually rose from the dead, and that's what Christmas is all about. So it's the farthest thing from fake news. It really happened.
But Dr. Frank, I wanted to, are you offended by these billboards?
No, I'm from New Jersey. I'm not offended by anything. So it's just fine that they're doing this. It is bringing up a conversation. So I actually appreciate them saying, hey, let's talk about this. I know some people will be offended, but look, we live in America. We have free speech. You don't have a right not to be offended.
All right, so but the idea that you're trying to get a conversation going, but are you more worried about someone telling you, Nick, that you're going to hell? And I mean, because he's not really telling you that at all, and he's actually just saying, hey, you know what, you have a right to do this, but, you know, he's giving you more facts and more information.
Well, sure, he's giving me more information. I don't know if he's giving me more facts or not. But, and even though Dr. Turek isn't threatening me with hell right now, I mean, that's the centerpiece of the religion. I mean, that's part of the game. You can't take the good without the bad.
I don't think that's part of the game. I really don't think that's part of what Christianity is all about.
I don't know that it's what it's all about, but it's certainly
I think that if you've never been really exposed to the real, you know, understanding of the gospel, you don't get that message. And that's what I'm kind of like understanding is that perhaps you're getting the wrong message. And I want to bring Dr. Frank in here because I think he can address that more. So, you know, Frank, why is it that Nick would feel as if Christianity is all about hell and damnation?
Well, I didn't say all about, just to be clear.
Just to be clear, but you're
not
getting
saying it's all about.
But the bulk of the message that you're getting from Christianity is that you're being
it's not the bulk, though, but it's...
But why would you bring that up if it's not the bulk?
Well, because it's so outrageous, and it's so just beyond the pale to talk about eternal torture for finite sins,
okay,
right? That's the issue.
Okay, but
nowhere in the Bible does the Bible talk about torture. It talks about torment, which is self-inflicted. Look, God won't force you into heaven against your will. if you don't want him now here, you're not going to want him in eternity. So God gives you a free choice. You can either be with God, that's heaven, or you can be separated from God, that's hell. Now, the beauty of Christianity and the beauty of Christmas is that God literally put human flesh over his deity to come and save us from that, so we don't have to go and be separated from him. And all you need to do is trust in him, because what he's done on the cross is save me and save you from our sins if we want it. But if you don't want it, that's fine. God will leave you alone in eternity. That's what hell is.
All right, well, we have started a conversation. I think
Absolutely,
it's an and well, I guess that's what your point
That
was.
is the whole point.
All right, thank you very much. Nick Fish and Dr. Frank Turk, thanks for being here on A Spirited Debate.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Lauren.
And I'm Lauren Green. Thanks for watching.